John Wick's indomitable nature is a symphony of extraordinary elements that converge to create a character virtually unstoppable in the cinematic realm. At the core of his resilience lies a tragic origin story, a retired assassin whose idyllic life crumbled after the loss of his beloved wife. This personal tragedy serves as the crucible in which John Wick transforms into an unstoppable force, fueled by grief and an insatiable thirst for revenge. Wick's prowess in hand-to-hand combat and firearms is unparalleled, showcasing a mastery of martial arts and tactical skills that set him apart. Trained in obscure and deadly techniques, he maneuvers through his adversaries with ruthless efficiency, leaving a trail of defeated foes in his wake. His agility, precision, and quick thinking make every encounter a testament to his combat prowess, elevating him to a legendary status among his peers. What truly makes John Wick unstoppable is his unwavering determination. Motivated by a relentless pursuit of justice, or rather vengeance, Wick exhibits a single-minded focus that borders on obsession. He is a man on a mission, and no obstacle, no matter how insurmountable, can dissuade him from his path. This determination is further heightened by a code of honor and loyalty that sets him apart in a world governed by betrayal and deceit. The enigmatic aura surrounding John Wick adds another layer to his unstoppable persona. His stoic demeanor and limited dialogue amplify the mystique, creating a character whose actions speak louder than words. As he navigates a shadowy underworld where alliances are fragile and allegiances are ever-shifting, Wick's resilience becomes a beacon of unyielding strength. In essence, John Wick's unstoppable nature is a delicate fusion of extraordinary combat skills, relentless determination, and a tragic past that propels him forward. In the face of overwhelming odds, he stands as a cinematic juggernaut, leaving audiences captivated by the sheer force of his character and the spectacle of his relentless pursuit of justice. In my opinion, John Wick follows the Bruce Lee model of fewer punches to knock down an enemy. See, good old Bruce Lee popularized the one punch for every goon fight scene back in the day. Goon attacks. Bruce blocks. Bruce makes one punch. Goon is down. John Wick follows the same formula, but with the addition of the double tap. That extra shot to make sure the enemy is dead. In other shooters, fight sequences often involve the parties shooting an insane amount of bullets before anyone gets hit. In John Wick, it's only 3 bullets. Of course, if he's using automatic weapons, it's different, but still the same concept, less or more. Here we go. It was 2014. I was in a movie theater, watching the first John Wick, a shockingly fun, brutal, and stylish low-budget action movie. Keanu Reeves, somehow moving like a bloodthirsty gazelle at age 50, had just spent the first half of the movie kicking and choking and head-shooting his way through a small army of anonymous assassins. And he had just come face-to-face with Kevin Nash. Until that moment, John Wick had appeared to be an implacable killing machine, a being who could not be touched. But here he was, about to fight a 7-foot ex-wrestler. I had spent years watching Nash, the former Big Daddy Cool Diesel, powerbomb people into dust. He wouldn't beat John Wick in a fight. I knew that. But he would keep John Wick busy. But that's not what happened in John Wick. Instead, Wick loomed out of the darkness, put a gun to Nash's temple, complimented him on his weight loss, and told him to take the night off. Nash is in the movie for less than a minute. In that great little character moment, we're still learning about John Wick, about the religious reverence that his fellow underworld denizens accord him. And in that scene, we find out that even a formidable presence like Nash has no chance. 5 years later, John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum pays off that little bit of delayed gratification by giving Wick an even more imposing opponent. Chapter 3 begins mere minutes after when Chapter 2 ended 2 years earlier. Wick, tired and bleeding from a stab wound, on the run from New York's battalions of kung fu murder masters, forced to fight his way out of a hostile metropolis. The first person he encounters, deep in the stacks of the New York Public Library, is a human obelisk named Eugene. Eugene is Boban Marjanovic, a 7'4" NBA center from Serbia. He He's a maverick now. He was a Sixer when the film was released. To watch Marjanovi play basketball is to wonder who in the fuck let a Frankenstein's monster out on the court. Even amid physical titans, Marjanovi looks like an ogre. Next to regular tall Keanu Reeves, he seems impossible. And John Wick kills him, in 1 minute, with a book. I love everything about the Boban fight. Eugene knows John Wick's reputation, but he figures, what the hell? It's a lot of money. Marjanovi, not an experienced actor, handles himself well, clearly enjoying being plunged into this absurd universe. He seems like he knows how to fight. He's arrogant enough to make the library joke shushing noise while ramming Wick's head into the shelves. He gets a stabbing in, leading to a gnarly little self-surgery scene later in the movie. But he still gets halfway decapitated with a tome of Russian folk tales. John Wick is still John Wick. John Wick. Chapter 3 is a miracle of an action movie in so many ways. It's not just that director Chad Stahelski thought to cast a monster like Marjanovi as a one-scene heavy. It's that he did that and then got a great little fight out of it. The movie is full of tiny, beautiful little action beats like that. Reeves bounces off of 2 cars in the same camera shot. He clotheslines 2 different people off of motorcycles in the same take. A dog vaults off of Halle Berry's back to pull a gunman down from a balcony. A horse kicks a guy in the face twice, in quick succession. John Wick fires multiple bullets at the same part of a heavily armored bad guy's bulletproof face mask before finally breaking through. John Wick wins a reloading race. John Wick wins an underwater gunfight. John Wick angle slams a guy through a glass floor. Stahelski was Reeves' stuntman before he was his director. And watching Wick 3, it's pretty clear that Stahelski, Reeves, and their elite crew of stunt people and fight choreographers came up with a list of impossible, mind-boggling action scenes and then constructed a movie's worth of storyline around those scenes. That's fine. In the Wick franchise, Reeves and Stahelski have built up a vast reservoir of audience goodwill by staging stunts like those. Nobody would expect anything less. There are so many moments in Wick 3 that either build on old action movie tropes or subvert them. The movie gives us, for instance, the stock scene where someone gets shot and then turns out to be okay because of a bulletproof vest. In this case, though, the character who's been shot is a dog. The film also gives us the scene where 2 combatants are struggling over a knife, one of them holding it inches from the other's face. This time, though, we don't get the customary last-second reversal. Instead, we watch in sheer physical agony as the knife slowly goes into the guy's eye. The guy with the stabbed eyeball, incidentally, is Tiger Chen, the great Chinese martial artist. Chen was a fight coordinator for Reeves on The Matrix. Years later, when Reeves made his directorial debut with the great little underground fighting flick man of Tai Chai, he constructed it as a vehicle for Chen.